Hello, this is a very short video that shares with you one strategy on how you could actually become successful. And if you think it's a good strategy, you can apply it in your life or even share it with someone that you think might benefit from this strategy that I'm going to shortly share with you. Before I share that strategy with you, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Gwyneth, and over the past years, people from different walks of life, different genders, age groups, they've approached me, asking me how I've gained success in different areas of my life, and that created a dilemma. So therefore, I thought the best way to solve this dilemma that I found myself in was, create daily videos and share the habits that I've applied over the years, I'm applying and yet to apply, because one thing I know about success is that it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that happens over a period of time, and then people will start to see the results, including yourself. Anyway, now that the introduction is done, I would like to quickly get into today's habit. This particular habit, just to give you a little bit of backstory, it's a habit mostly that you might not be interested in doing, or it's something that you're already doing. Irrespective, whatever place you're at, it really is not that important. The important thing is just to bring it to your awareness, to say, you know what, try and adopt this particular strategy, because not only will you find that your life is way easier, the people and the life of those around you is even way easier. So here comes the strategy. 4 letters. Here are the acronyms. So we've got the T, 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 and U. Take time to understand. I'm talking about having to understand yourself as a human being. What works well, what doesn't work well. What works maybe for your hair, what doesn't work for your hair. What works for your skin, what doesn't work for your skin. Take the time to actually understand what works. What foods can you actually have? Take the time to understand. You can also apply the same habit in your relationships. Take the time to understand what makes my daughter happy, my son happy, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my auntie, my mom, you name it. Take the time to understand. The reason why I'm sharing this particular strategy is because today I was in an environment whereby there is a beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. I say beautiful soul because I took just a few minutes, not even a few minutes, I could say maybe a couple of hours, to understand this beautiful soul, what they were saying. Their current challenge was that they couldn't use words like you and me to communicate. So they were using other ways of communicating, which were kind of like not acceptable to those around that particular beautiful soul. So at the end of it all, we were like singing, even though I would say singing, they were not producing the actual words that everybody else would understand. But they got the tune. We were singing, we were, communicating in the way that this beautiful soul could possibly communicate, because they hadn't reached that level where they were able to articulate themselves and actually have words of form and be heard and be understood by those around this beautiful soul. And what I noticed was that the people around the beautiful soul, they were all frightened, because they also didn't know what this beautiful soul was communicating. Why were they doing all the things they did? So I thought to myself, what that situation required was someone to take time to understand what is going on, and therefore, trust me and believe me, if you take the time to understand, whether it's a situation, whether it's for you personally, whether it's even for someone else, you will find a strategy, you will find something that's going to work for that particular situation, and guess what? Hey, presto, success. Therefore, it becomes successful. So, going back to the situation that I had, So in whereby I took the time to understand this beautiful soul, what they were actually communicating. We ended up having a wonderful bond for the particular moment that we had, and everyone around that particular individual who are usually with the particular beautiful soul, they were more relaxed because now they had some sort of understanding as to what this beautiful soul has been trying to communicate, most probably for a long time. Now think about it. If we took the time and understood the situation instead of seeing the situation or understanding it from our own perspective, how about if you just come out of your head for a minute or come out from yourself, yeah, and then try and understand the situation or try to understand the other person. But the most important thing is also you also need to understand yourself. Take the time to understand yourself, because that way it's even easier for you to communicate with everyone else to say, you know what, as for me, I don't either eat these particular foods, or as for me, these things do not agree with either my skin, my hair, my health, whatever it is that it doesn't agree with you, because you have taken the time to understand. So that's it for today's day. It's just to say, take the time to understand. And when you're understanding something, it's not only applicable to one situation, it's applicable to a lot of situations. So just take the time to understand. I think that's why sometimes you would have individuals who go for therapy because there's something that's bothering them, but they cannot figure it out. Therefore, they go to therapy to try and understand what it is that is troubling them, or something that is not working. So you too can do the same thing. Take the time to understand. Thank you so much for listening up until this point. And I also want to take advantage of this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who's engaging with the videos, the comments, and sending me private messages. I truly, truly appreciate you. And also thank you to those that have already subscribed, and thank you for those that are yet to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed as of yet, feel free to subscribe. Or you can also share this video with anyone whom you think can benefit from it. Up until I interact with you.